discovering evidences of the Ifrit's passage throughout the desert, and possibly something else going through the desert also. Um, Getting to the oasis, you went right to the nomads camp in the northwest corner of the oasis, where you discovered that something's afoot in the camp. It seems that the sheikh's uh, oldest son's betrothed has been kidnapped. Um, and you were presented to the sheikh because you had a medallion given to you by one of his soldiers that had fallen in combat with undead forces at the command of the Ifrit Lord. And he tasked you with trying to find his soon-to-be daughter-in-law.
Wasn't she kidnapped within the wedding feast or something like that?
During the feast to celebrate the betrothal,
Oh, okay.
news had come of something going on where almost the entire camp's fighting force went northward, and during all that chaos and stuff, she was kidnapped.
Okay. And then the prince came at night, and we had a little talk.
Yes.
He said he suspects it should be in the market.
Or in the trade guilds area in one of their warehouses.
Very well. So after that, we rested, I assume.
Yes.
Ready did to talk. Was just checking my notes, sorry.
I know I have roll 20 up. Oh, there it is. Oh, roll 20's doing weird things.
And it's going to be doing weird things with all the people that are on it.
Yeah, all the folks who are spending extra time at home.
Yeah, I also had some programs open that were not helpful.
Just a heads up, guys. I think pretty much everyone has a protection from negative level drain. I'm using the skull with the little circle around. You might want to put that because you might forget, and it will last until it's been used.
Almost everyone or everyone?
I don't think people who weren't here last week got it.
Yeah. I know. It was total of 6, so yeah, there was Jer, Ragmus, Dargar, Detram, Casimir, Scenero. Is that 1, 2,
Since Ragmus isn't really a frontliner, it's a rare occasion that he's up there. I think Eric would benefit more from it than Ragmus.
What is
it's
it?
still
Stone skins.
no, it's like stone screen for negative levels. Put the skull with the. No, it's still I was able to cast 6 of them, so I think that's everybody. Let me- Okay,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 of us, though.
I think he means the player characters, not the NPCs.
Ah,
Yeah.
There are 6 player characters here.
okay.
So yeah, Eric technically was with us, so he might have gotten one. Maybe not.
I mean, I was here at the beginning last week, but realistically, had I been aware of that going on, I still would have said the same thing. You know, the fighters would benefit more from that than I.
And still, there were enough for
Well, I took the
there were-
first one, I think.
Yeah, you were the first one for sure.
Yeah, because somehow you keep getting level drained.
I don't know how it happens.
He keeps
It's
reading
totally not my
reading-
fault.
I've been level drained once, but that was a long time ago. I think I was level 3.
Yeah, as Lloyd back in the beginning.
Yeah. Like the first dungeon. Or maybe the second.
Well, the Ragnar. So I was like trying to buff the party just in case.
No, don't get me wrong. I totally appreciate the thought, but realistically, Ragnus stays as far away from melee combat as he can. There's people that are going to be touched way before he will, hopefully.
Well, I could have cast it last night, so everybody would have it by now.
Okay, then that's fair enough. Then I won't turn it down. But you know, if you were only doing it the one time, then I would rather see the fighters have had it than.
No, I was able to cast it like multiple times before we got here, and I also got to rest here. So Eric, you got protection against energy drain.
All set for Tenebris with the scimitar.
Thank you.
I didn't put the bonuses in for it.
Fair enough. I do have 2 spells which are. So, anybody have a plan on how to go around this?
Well, I thought we were going to go to the like trader's place first and do a little shopping, and then we were gonna head to the other camp and start investigating and see if anyone could find knowledge from the traders also.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. We
That's
got
what
a
we were
bounty
going to
hunter.
do. You can obviously
We
change.
got we have a bounty hunter, sort of, kind of, and we got a master locksmith. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink.
That's for the Star Sapphires. Or Star Rubies, my bad.
Since they're a match set, you guesstimate that they'd go about 2,500 apiece.
Thank you.
I'll update the document.
So, may I suggest if we're going shopping, we should try to get something to put the unused stuff in.
What?
I could go-
I missed what you said, sorry.
If we are able to find some sort of container that would help us, that'd be a nice.
So, Mark, where is the traders camp? And where is the, like...
Traders Camp is south of the Nomads group, where you guys are at right now.
Can you just ping... So where are we? Okay, we're there. So can you just ping where the traders are? Or are they on a different map?
Nope, here's where they're at in relative to.
Oh, that big tent is the traders tent.
Well, it's not a tent, it's more of a building
Oh, okay.
or an enclosure.
A
Okay.
gazebo.
It looks real fancy.
And you can see smoke rising up from over here. You see a monolith poking up from the palm copse over off in the distance. You can hear water.
Sorry, what was the one before water?
Some sort of monolith. And it's in this copse of palms.
Cups.
What color is it? Black?
No.
Oh, I wanted to evolve. Okay, we need to.
Why don't we take a little trip of the sights? We can go see the white palm, go see the water, go see whatever's on fire, go see the monolith,
monolith.
and then go shopping.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if it's okay. I know it's. Maybe Jer and Ragnus should shadow us. If you catch my drift.
To be completely honest with you, Ragmus is a clumsy dwarf unless it comes to locks and traps. Him trying to hide and keep out of sight is probably not going to happen.
Very well then.
I mean, we were all paraded through this place to see the Shah.
Yeah, but it was at night, so.
No, okay. I mean, Jer's good at disappearing. Sure, he can manage that.
That was one of the sacrifices I made. I'm not a hider or a silent.
But if I'm not mistaken, I remember correctly, you are a savvy merchant.
I mean, maybe.
No, I don't want to get. I don't know. Anybody good at merchanting, haggling, maybe.
Can I cast friends on someone else?
No.
I mean, you can cast it on anybody you want.
Also, Mark, just
Oh yeah. Look at that.
People are
No.
looking at.
I can
People are
only
looking
cast
at
it on myself.
Deadram. with a little bit of trepidation.
Who's surprised? No one likes the racist.
Not that you're a mage.
Oh,
Remember, Tenebrous has his dirt-colored to cover his black and white garbs.
so they dislike me because I'm a mage and because I'm a racist.
Well, you're
I said trepidation. It's just that, yeah, they've had some history, bad history with mages, and so there's laws against certain about what mages can and cannot do. Like they actually have to wear their robes in open. Um,
Well, I'm doing that anyway.
wasn't the second son going to give us a tour?
the eldest was at your disposal.
I think traveling with him will just get us more bad attention and not help us find a kidnapper.
Oh, that's why I want Jer to. That's the whole point of having those who can shadow us. So we do bring attention, and if somebody like tries to shift away or something, we know we know who to follow. You follow the reasoning of my plan.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for anyone else to say something.
To be honest, I missed most of last week, so I don't exactly know what all's going on. And I'm not really a leader type anyway.
Yeah, I
Okay,
missed all of
so
last week, bro.
yeah, so as last week, you guys had left the Pyramid of Amun Ra. Following along the caravan route, you had come across signs of major conflict with signs of intense heat in localized areas, and bodies of warriors that were recently killed. This is all within the past 48 to 72 hours. Um, we found remains of camels and that were butchered and slaughtered. Another oasis that was attacked and nothing left alive there. Palm
It,
palm trees
if
burnt up and charred, and
if it helps any, I was here all the way until we got to this camp and in the tent in front of the sheep.
yeah. So when you got here, you're presented before the sheikh. He told you their sad story about how his eldest son's betrothed. During all the chaos that ensued with them sending out warriors to deal with the Efreet Lord's army, the betrothed was kidnapped with a struggle, seen by her tent. And later that night, as you guys were resting, the sheik's son came to you and with suspicions that she might be held in the trade guild's compound in one of the warehouses. And now with the morning, you've had a chance to get up, stretch, and look about you. You see various sights rising up over the skyline from the compound,
Oh wait,
the nomad compound.
the merchants? You think last week you said the barbarian, the it wasn't the
There,
merchants.
there was an unseen faction um,
Yeah.
within the nomad compound.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
so whoever's involved, it's probably one of those one of those members of that faction.
Yes, they used the opportunity of the commotion to steal the bride away. The prince told us that he suspected that she was not taken away from the camp, but into the. You said guilds today, but I think you said merchants the other day. Or well,
Yeah, it's a traders guild.
okay. So yeah, we should look there. So if I don't know who's good at stealth, but I think since we were giving the scimitars of as badges of office, Tembrus is wearing it on display. Though he's wearing his dirt hat and dirt color hat and robes. But basically, my plan was if we have enough people, or at least somebody who can shadow us. If we kind of like stand out, somebody might, uh, you know, we might see somebody shifty move about because they get scared or something. We also need to go shopping, so we can also do like weird shopping. But we're gonna stick up like a sore thumb anyway. And I thought it would be a good opportunity to maybe ruffle some feathers, and maybe somebody will, you know, how do you say, be less cautious that he should be.
Yeah, so just glancing around from where you're at, you definitely can see the white palm, the namesake of the oasis, right here. To the south, topping these palms, you see the top of a monolith. There's smoke rising from over here. And just through the trees, you can barely make out a wall. And that's where the trader's compound is at.
Let's go down to the trader's compound and poke around.
Yeah, we could go through
And each of these sections are 100 feet.
We can go like.
I think we should check all the sites, though. There's something on fire, there's a monolith. I don't know if we actually need to go to the White Palm.
If, and this is just an if thing, the merchants are involved in the kidnapping, I think the first stop should be the market area before we go anywhere else. Just based on the fact that they're suspected, one of two things: we either find some information, see something shifty, or we find out that they had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, what I was saying is the pillars on the way, like right on the way to the, so we could just at least visit the pillar, like take a look at it, like not really stay long, just like see what's the hubbub about.
Yeah, it's kind of... Can we only exit through the gap in the colorful wall?
Yes. And you're warned about those streamers.
About what?
About the streamers.
The streamers.
Yeah, that's what they're colored streamers, tied to stakes driven into the sand, cloth strips, almost like a makeshift cordon rail.
Mm-hmm. And it is more of like a superstitious thing than like an actual wall.
No, it's actually for protection.
Okay.
You're told that if as you approach the green ribbons or streamers, that
Mm-hmm.
a odor almost reminiscent of sulfur or a very strong chemical
Mm-hmm.
pervades from them, while the red streamers are almost like a oil-based scent to them.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to go out the far side no matter what.
So any order we want to do this?
How long
Do you
ago
want-
was she taken?
A week.
About a week, but that's where the storyline's kind of off on here, because like I said, within 72 hours prior to you getting here, you had left the pyramid, and as you were traveling along the trail from the pyramid back to here, you had seen signs of battle, recent signs. The body's known only a few hours old from that time point. And then a little later on, you came across a destroyed oasis, and then later remains of camels that was butchered and clearly stripped down to the bone. Again, all within hours of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So probably a week at the offset would be the farthest of the timeline.
Okay. So let's put it out to a vote. Do we go to the market directly, or do we do some of the sites on the way?
Well, there's two other sites. I mean, you can figure out where the smoke's coming from. I don't know if there's much to do there, and sure, just figure it out on the way, and then let's get going on the merchants.
Okay. So those who. So let's say because we can do the other sites on our way back. So we go to the smoking place and then the merchants.
Okay.
And our mascot has
that's
joined the
like-
party.
Like
Smoke rises
40.
from the mountain of doom.
Rise from your grave.
Yes. Yeah. So you get to the you travel along instead of and going between the palms and stuff like that. You come to the remains of a burnt camp. The sand is scorched, and the vegetation nearby has died, but it is recovering. Um, a sign warns outsiders of what happens to those who offend the sheikh.
Ah.
Shake might be kind of a dick then.
No, he's okay. Just
He might be.
he's
But-
okay. I'm saying he's nice. I just said he's okay. His first son is the chic heir is much more nicer. So there's nothing worth. Does anything catch our attention? I'm gonna make a notice roll. Man, they really must have.
Nope, don't find anything.
Man, they must have really got him mad.
I mean, he has to make sure he stays in power somehow.
You don't want to speak. I've
Well,
heard about.
you witnessed firsthand how touchy these people are about their own personal honors. So
Yeah.
Is there a smell of burnt flesh and stuff?
no,
Interesting.
It's just a building.
Well, was
just
it
a burned out. Yeah, basically.
Are we talking like a building, or are we talking a
No,
tents?
it's a encampment. No actual stone structures as just south west of that.
But you said that it was like starting to regrow the stuff around it,
The
right?
yeah the what vegetation there is in that area. That was it is
So it's been a while.
looks like yeah. Well, you don't know. It could have been recent, or it could have because the smoke's still rising, so it's recent.
Yeah, that's kind of like when we got to camp. We came from the north, right?
Yeah, basically from
Would have would have we seen if it was ablaze by then? Did we notice
no
something like?
when you came in at night, you didn't see anything burning. The only fires you did seem to see were coming from the nomad camp,
Okay,
and that was the okay. But you didn't see anything fire brightly intense. I should say brightly burning or intensely burning.
are there any embers, or is it just like the?
Putting your hand close to some of the charred remains, there is still some radiant heat.
So it seems like the smoke and the flames and the burning are recent, but from the looks of the area around us, it happened a while ago.
Maybe he just brings his enemies here, or people who offend him here and kill him here.
No, there's no smell of burnt flesh.
Eh, oh well.
We should keep on going. We can maybe ask the prince or the sheik afterwards. The sheikh afterwards.
We may not want to.
Yeah, the prince might be nicer.
I don't know. Maybe it's just not our business and we should leave well enough alone.
Well, yeah, okay, let's go. We still have some shopping to do.
I mean, his army's not here. We can just kill them all.
No, because we are. We should play out like we are guests. I think. So let's go shopping.
Shit.
I mean, I know some really good-hearted dwarves who, if they feel insulted, they'll do everything they can to beat you to death. So I can kind of understand if he does this to people who offend him, because they do the same thing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so as you're approaching the building to the southwest, you do see that it is some type of structure, artificial structure, um, based on the circular nature of the east side of the complex.
What type of wall are we talking about here? Like Adobe or?
Um, it could be equivalent to Adobe, but more along the lines of yeah, we'll go with Adobe on that.
Yeah, like dirt bricks. Let's say bit bricks or something. Tish.
They're
Okay.
not. They're not dark. It's almost whitish, almost in color.
Interesting. Okay. Let's. If nobody has, Jerk, I think this would be a good time for you to do your thing.
To stealth?
Yeah. So amid the lush grass and palms of the oasis, a wall of white lime-covered bricks fortifies a compound. Two great doors of palm trunks are lashed firmly together stand at the west end of the 320-foot long by 120-foot wide encircling wall. The wall itself is capped by 1 inch long spikes with a strange green tinge.
Do I need to make a check? Uh, I want to. Well, I don't know. I would know this. No, never mind. Do they look? Do they look? Do they pick? Are they like? Do they pick your like? Are you like? Is there some? Would it be something that would like raise your like? I had the greens, you know. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use knock and knock on the on the gate.
So you're going to use knock on the gate, huh?
Why don't we just knock on the gate?
Regular knock.
Yeah. They may not appreciate you just unlocking it.
Stands open.
Hmm?
The door itself is open right now, being
Oh.
daytime.
Oh, okay. So we walk through and start what looking for wares.
Did everyone else's screen go black?
Yes, because I switched the map over.
Okay.
I'm putting you theirs now.
Just making sure I didn't need to refresh. Ryan, are you eating applesauce?
Cheesecake, bro.
Fair enough.
Cheesecake, dude.
That should be everybody.
Seems so. Are there any signs or what's the?
Lemon, dude, lemon.
I wasn't talking about the cheesecake. I was saying like signs of the on the like. Or should we go door by door?
Yeah, one thing, because I didn't quite get that labeled out.
Okay. Are you searching for a description? Because I'm waiting to.
Yeah, hang on 1 second.
Perfect.
I
mean,
forgot to leave this map.
Other than merchants and whatnot, are there like any what would appear to be obvious guards?
Let me get the description of where you're at, and then we'll go ahead and discuss that. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so it seems to be you're within a central plaza or walkway path, um, entryway between all these various buildings that make up this complex. And you can see people milling about. Various guards, various people, there are other people.
So each of these little side entrances might be some place where they're selling stuff.
Yeah, various buildings.
I'm going to walk into one and shop.
I follow Ragmus. I trust his. I always.
That was Casimir.
Oh, Casimir. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My other. Yeah, we should try to stick together. So wander off. Well, at least in groups of threes, since there are only 3 swords going around. For those who weren't here last time, she gave us.
So where Casimir.
Yeah. I was just saying that we got 3 scimitars of like us. We're working for the sheik.
Oh, yeah, I think I have one of them.
Senero has the other, and I have the third.
And Chanel is not here.
Maybe we don't want to show those off, though.
You're a mage.
Okay.
I think it was.
So Casimir, this is a solid and stately building against the southern wall of the.
You might be breaking up, Mark. You got cut off.
Yeah, so this building that you're at is solid, stately. Seems like it's had been given care and attention over the course of time. It stands against the southern wall of the compound. In the center of the building are two huge double doors. That's where you're basically at. And they were shut, but that's okay.
You broke
A
up around
sign,
center.
a sign, yeah. In the center of this northern wall, basically right where Tenebris was standing, right here, are two double doors,
Yep.
that are shut, with a sign near the doors reading "Guild members only."
I'm not going to go in after I see that sign.
Thought I had that locked. I thought I had that blocked off.
Okay, yeah, no problem. If it looks like we're not supposed to go there, I don't want to cause trouble yet. Maybe trouble later, not now.
What room is did Deaderham enter?
Wait at the door until he gives us a description because we might enter some
There
place
is
we
no
should.
door.
Yeah, there's no door that one.
Did you go from north side? Where are you?
Now you should be able to see me.
Eric, bro, put the little skull symbol with the head on. I cast protection from negative energy to you.
This 40-foot square mud brick building has a large open door. Within stands a water tank, 13 feet in diameter and 14 feet high.
Hmm.
And it's not empty, the room itself.
What's in the room?
There are currently 6 women of the local persuasion.
The local persuasion.
Local
Yeah.
women.
Local women, no nomad females.
Is it the place we're thinking it is?
Along with 2 other women, not adorned as the other 6, and they're all the 2 of them seem to be busy amongst the clothes, getting prepped for washing. The others, the women, the other 6 are going through and piling them up and telling the 2 to get to work. Uh, 6 women are dressed in silks. They got veils covering their faces, gold and silver jewelry adorn them. Particularly like along the hands, they're wearing links of gold chain along each finger, attached to a bracelet. Some form of ink or dye running along the hands and feet, as you can see. Whereas the other 2 are just plain linen, no veil, no markings, no jewelry.
So are they doing laundry?
Yes.
Okay.
And as you entered, all chatter ceases.
Yeah.
Just women in here?
Just women.
Yeah, they might not be real comfy with men coming in.
With wizards coming in.
I do the equivalent of a wisp of a whistle for a cat, so a meow kind of whistle thing as I check this place. Check the door, see if there's a sign or anything.
There is a sign in front of this.
I real by my side just in case a translation is needed.
No translations needed. It's in common.
And it says,
The battery's my freaking mouse, and it doesn't want.
excuse me?
Standing just inside the gates of the compound is a mud brick building with an open door.
That's where Tenebris is looking.
Yes. In its dusty face are small barred windows with curtains. So in the wall here, these are actually windows with barred windows.
Is it like a mess hall?
Wait, what did the sign say?
Um, it looks like there's like a pilgrim or a traveler
Oh wait, the
in
sign.
repose on the sign painted. It looks like a pilgrim or a traveler in repose underneath a white palm.
No, it must be a inn of or tavern of some sort.
And you can see that a dimly lit hall room inside, 30 feet by 30 feet wide by 40 feet long. Two doors are closed on the northern ends of the east and west wall. The room contains benches and trestle tables, both of which are used for sleeping.
Hmm.
And there's a closed door to the other side.
Either side, yeah, both the doors are closed.
Yeah, for a merchant camp, I don't see many merchants.
We've hardly entered yet.
Well, you do see someone or hear music coming about. It's a little discordant. And you do see someone in there.
Looking around.
Tenebrous thinks it's an inn, and he continues. He's looking for a place where he was looking for merchants. He's looking for a merchant.
Merchant with a storeroom. Maybe with a storeroom says everybody else keep out on the door. So maybe it's in that guild place I was looking at.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you're right. It will make sense as the stores and the inn would be the first two things, since So maybe further to the north, in front of the
Off
the
to
fountain.
off to the east, you do hear noise of people doing business.
Fatima and Ariel and Kashmir, could you accompany me just in case? We don't want to.
Sure.
Tenebrous is looking for like a sign or something to guide him to the merchants.
Where are you, Ragnus?
Mind your own business.
Well,
Ragnus said what he had to say. You walked into that doorway, and when you turned around, he was gone.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, Dedram. Ragmus knows what he's doing. He tends to do this a lot. It's his inner shopper, let's say. So,
Ragnus has a tendency to get the same things done that the party wants done, but in different ways.
Hmm.
So we see all these. These pavilions and
Give me a second.
sure. I'll be right back.
You'll happen to notice in dungeon settings he's like right up the party's ass, but in city settings he has a tendency to
I just heard what you said and then looked around and was like, "Oh, where did he go?"
That's Ragnus. I've pulled this a couple of times now to the confusion of the.
He's pulled a chair.
Except he's not standing there quietly laughing at you all because you can't see him. He's actually completely and totally gone away from.
Back.
Huh?
I'm back. I left
Oh.
for a second.
Oh, we're still waiting for Mark.
So a ragtag collection of tents, huts, and hastily built shelters sprawl all over the area. And you can hear arguing and bargaining. At one tent, a rug dealer and her customer are shouting at one another and seem ready to fight. Wonderful aromas flow out of the huts where food is for sale.
So the fight is breaking out on the place where the food is for sale.
Well, no. At a carpet merchant, the carpet merchant and her customer are arguing. It looks like it's about to come to blows.
Oh, okay. I will.
Typical bizarre, typical marketplace scenes.
Yeah, if the man tries to attack the woman, I will
If the
intervene.
man attacking the woman, then I would have to step in. Like,
They're not really going to fight.
I just have to address the elephant in the room. What kind of carpet is she really selling?
It looks like stuff that you saw in the Sheik's tent.
You dirty, dirty dwarf.
Does her carpet match the drapes?
At least one of you caught me.
I knew what you meant, but
Yeah, everybody did.
one of my viewers on Twitch caught it. Don't worry.
Wasn't Eric like curious and stuff? Like he was getting.
when you have a second, let me know what Dead Room's been staring at for a while now.
Yeah.
Tell me where you're going instead of just wandering around. I got so much stuff going on around here.
Oh, I'm in the ruined room.
People asking me about marketplaces. I got people asking me about taverns where I put an NPC in there. I got people wanting that.
Okay, let's do a turn thing. Like those who are in the market are.
Why don't we
one
just
place.
do initiative and go through that?
Initiative sounds good.
That's what I suggested.
Dead room. In the center of this 40-foot square temple are 6 pillars that once supported the stone roof. The roof is now broken and rubble litters the floor. Behind an ancient altar, runes carved into the stone can still be seen.
Runes?
Ruins.
No, I know.
That is what Dead room seems. So behind the altar is some carved runes. And that appears to be of the language of the area, the ancient language that you've seen before.
Yeah, I rolled a 7, so I'm going to a 7.
Let me turn that crowd down a bit.
What are we gonna do about all these sevens?
He
Just
who
like,
has the he
I
who has
guess.
the high he who has the highest.
Once I get everything situated and ordered, it will automatically place them in. So we're up to Ragmus.
I was actually patiently waiting. I had sent you a whisper with a check.
Oh, I see where you are.
He's gone off around the corner. He's observing the crowd carefully.
Yeah, I
looking
know.
for folks.
The like, the green thing that says it's your turn is like clipping through the wall of the temple, so I see where you are. My
He-
character doesn't know where you are, but
just kind of observing, looking for folks that seem like they might appreciate my kind of company.
Eric, who are you with?
he's on his own.
I am with no one.
I said Eric.
Eric's
Oh.
just with Nigel, as always, bro.
Yeah, but in relation to Casimir
Behind you,
Tenebrous.
ugly eye.
Okay, that's nice to know. You always have my back. Like day and night.
Okay, so if you give me an arrow indication, I will kind of casually make my way in that direction. Thank you, and that will be that.
Casimir.
Okay, I'm going to go to one of these tents in the area and shop like a customer. I'm just going to look around and see what they have.
May I suggest we do it side by like together, like we're like browsing.
Yeah, sure. Come on over. So I'm looking for a really well-made sword.
Let's start here.
Yeah, I'll look around for a sword here. I like swords. So I'm not a long sword, Kopesh, maybe scimitar. And so I'll keep moving around to from one tent to another until I find somebody who has.
If you go looking for weapons, I'm gonna come with you, right?
Of course. We're going together. Those who of other inclinations are
Oh,
doing those things.
you see a young lady uh, with a silk scarf wrapped around her head, very dark complexion, um, nice um, emerald teardrop necklaces, not necklaces, earrings hanging from her ear, uh, a wide array of gold medallions and chains about her hanging down, and nestled amongst her breasts, and that's in this little hut right here that we were first at. And she's sitting at a table with purple silk draped over the top. Incense is burning. She's got all sorts of items on it, like from a crystal ball and knuckle bones, a deck of cards.
Is she like
What?
is it like a fortune teller thing, or is it like
Yeah.
Are they the item? Oh, okay. Maybe later. I remind Casimir that we're trying to find not only weapons but armor and other magical objects, especially something that will help us carry stuff. Too easier, of course, but so nobody like.
And you're in luck, because in this big tent is a open forge, and a big man, and big, muscular as he is, round, glistening with sweat, just hammering away a piece of steel. And the sun, and it's echoing out throughout the compound. And there are various types of weapons racks and armor racks about the tent.
I'm looking for black leather or white leather.
Armor.
Or claws.
There are bins like of nails and horseshoes and other types of ironwork.
Do I notice anything that may be sized? Mostly.
What was that? You kind of broke up there.
Oh, is there any demi-human sized human?
You see dwarven suits of chainmail. Nothing heavier than chainmail. Okay, so you are going to see leather, scale, and everything up on the list up to chainmail. Nothing.
Oh, okay. I'll maybe if there's an attendant around, I'd like to ask if he's finest chainmail that they have for someone of my style.
Yeah, let's shop together, remember.
Yeah, this is where
Is it just the four of us that are here? Or?
It's Eric, Casimir, myself, and you.
Right. Eric, like pretending it's like accidentally, right? He's like he wants to knock Nigel over so that Nigel like knocks this tent over. This tent behind him. Eric wants to knock it over. He wants to use Nigel. Right, he wants to try and knock it over. Oh, can he knock it over? Right, okay.
it's more of a hut than it is a tent.
Right, give him a really hard push then.
You're trying to push over like a house.
This one right here?
This one here. Hang on.
Okay.
No,
So
these are like market stalls. Yeah, one of these. I want to knock one of these over.
This is a fortune teller. Yeah, so you're going to knock into. You said behind you, so that's the fortune teller.
No, yeah, sorry. One of these, yeah.
Dude, we're shopping.
Okay.
Well, it's still Casimir's turn.
Yeah, I'm still looking around. I'm sorry, Mark, if I missed it.
We
Any
should
cool
probably
swords?
wait.
Yeah, this tent right here is like a blacksmith's tent.
Obviously,
There
that's when
are
it's my turn. It's not my turn yet, but when it's my turn, that's what I'm doing. So.
yeah. So this tent is a blacksmith's tent. There are bins of common, ordinary objects. There's weapons. There's metal mail up to chain mail, and some leather work.
Yeah, I just start looking at swords that are set out.
Yeah, they're mostly of the Oriental type, the scimitars, the talwars. You even see a few that have an integral gauntlet built into them.
Fancy.
You even see scimitar, what seems to be scimitars, but of a larger scale.
Okay. I ask him for his fine, just for a long sword, and I ask him for his finest quality.
Okay. He clenches the steel that he was working. He not clenches. He quenches the steel that he was working, and he pulls it out, and it bursts into flame. He quenches again. So basically, that tells you he's not quenching in water, but he's quenching in oil. A technique that you've heard of, but never seen done personally.
Okay, interesting.
And he sets the piece aside. He hands you. He lays out a couple of blades. A couple of them have that integral gauntlet built into them. Others are just the standard long sword, all crafted, polished edge, gold hilts with golden jeweled hilts with silver wiring. Some are common threaded, common leather wrapped.
I'm going to take my time and look at a bunch of them really carefully. Maybe pick one up and swing it around if he doesn't mind.
It's got a fine balance. The one you pick up does have a fine balance to it. It's about the same of a normal longsword, maybe a little bit lighter, but you're not sure.
I might be able to help you with. I've got armor and blacksmithing skill, non-weapon proficient.
Yeah, if you want to take a look at this thing with me, that'd be great.
Sure, I'll walk over beside him and look them over and see what I can tell. If you need me to roll anything, let me know.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a blacksmithing check.
Okay.
Okay. This thing is the nearest thing it can come to being enchanted without being enchanted.
Okay, the term master work is thrown around in some editions, I guess, but this is kind of like a
third
master.
edition. Yeah, this is definitely a mastered crafted blade. So it does, and so it. I mean, it's well balanced. I mean, you can hold that blade on one finger and find that sweet spot.
So yeah, I'll start. I don't want to look too like I really have to buy this thing, but I'm really tempted. So I'm going to look at some other swords too and compare the.
Okay, they're from the run of the mill swords that were used, like the Mad Mardigan sword from the end of Willow with the integral gauntlet, basically called a pata, all the way down to standard longsword.
So I'm interested in. I'll tell the guy I'm really interested in that one that's super finely balanced, the master crafted one, and ask him how much he wants for it.
For you, you know good work. For you, I would say 30 gold fairness.
30. That's it. I mean, I don't say that, but I mean, if all he wants is 30, I think I will try to chisel him down, be polite, but I'd be willing to pay.
Well, that is double the book value of a longsword.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll offer him 25 for.
Is this your own money or is it this group money?
Oh, it's my own. It's my own
Oh,
money. I'm going to keep the sword.
Okay. Just checking. Because if so,
See
I
him
was going to tell you.
thinking. He goes, you're not making this any easier. Um, I got family to feed. 27, and then joke.
I'm done playing with him. 27's great. Here, I shell out all the coins I have. Now it's not the local currency, but if he'll take it, I'm happy to get.
Okay.
Shit. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
Gold is gold.
Yep. He takes my Al-Kalim's blessings upon you, and he takes your gold. Takes the sword, wraps it up in a silk silk cloth, gives it to you.
I'm very polite to him. Pleasure doing business with him and all that. And if I can think of anything else I find, I'll come back.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, this is a non-magical +1 weapon.
Sweet.
So we'll jump to Tenebris.
Skimming around for a leather worker, someone who might be. You know what? I'm going to the fortune. What are the other sites like? Quickly, so I can
So in
decide
this
what I do.
area, in this immediate area,
Mm-hmm.
we've got they're coded, and I had to look them up. So this stall here is selling small statuary. The one next to it selling various trinkets. This stall it's got fruits, nuts, dates, basically a fruit stall.
Ugh.
And this one right here, between that and the fortune teller, is tapestries.
I go to the trinket one.
Yeah, you can see various like little baubles and minor jewelry, that sort of.
Could I pray for detect magic, or would that be like a infraction or something?
You can do that.
I do that trying to get like the stature, getting like all the, trying to get this most. All three, if I spot something magical.
Well, it's a line of sight from you within a certain.
Oh, right. It's still okay. I'll cast that, and I start walking through the statuary, the
Nothing
knobs.
comes. Nothing seems to jump out at you besides your companion.
So is
Yeah.
it my turn? I've lost the initiative tracker.
Yep.
Right, okay, so Nigel, I make a cause him a trip over and knock this over to the best of my abilities. This one.
The statuary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Once I notice that nothing is magical, I'm heading back to the fortune teller. If the tapestries are not magical, I'm just.
Yeah. Tapestries aren't magical. The trinkets aren't magical. The statuary is not magical.
The dates and fruits, I guess.
Eh, yeah, not magical. And Nigel, not knowing what your plan is, Eric, um, seems to have stayed on his feet. And he just looks at you. I do.
Right, I trip over him and fall over into the tent.
Go ahead and make a dex check.
A dex check against myself.
Yeah.
Wow, I would have succeeded that, I think.
Never heard of the art of. There's a name for it when you do tripping and stuff.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if you try to trip Nigel and end up tripping yourself.
Well,
Tumbling.
I failed to trip him, so I'm trying to just trip over him and fall over myself.
Nah, you don't. But you're able to stagger into it, causing part of the awning to drop.
Okay, I want to because I'm trying to gauge your reaction. So basically, as I land into it, I'm going to make it as bad as possible, flail around, try and get myself caught up in the canvas, whatever I can do to make it kick my legs out, make it as bad as possible.
What are you doing? Tenebris scornfully.
What is going?
Hmm. Oh, yeah. So the woman behind there starts coming from behind you. She's got like a broom in her hand, and she starts chattering away in a language that you can't understand, and she starts wailing at you with this broom.
Okay, I'm apologizing. I'm I'm sorry. I want to make it like it was an accident. I just wanted to gauge the reactions, you know?
But being in a marketplace, no one really pays it much mind.
You're lying. Tenebris doesn't pay any heed once the woman starts bashing him in the head. I think that would be punishment enough.
And Jared, wherever he's at,
You're supposed to be shadowing us. Also, Eric, send me a message and explain what you were doing because I really don't get it.
Okay, Dedra?
So I'm in this room, and then across the room, and you said there's the ancient runes on
Yep.
that, like from the pyramid.
Like almost the exact same language that you runes that you've seen throughout this event, throughout this sojourn so far, amongst the pyramid and the city of Pazar, amongst various other ruins.
So can I use my ancient language?
Sure.
Do I get any modifier for having done this so many times?
No. But you make it.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll give it to you in a whisper in Discord.
Yep.
I keep forgetting that the gray elves are like have no like every language.
Well, we don't know. They have the ability to learn any language.
Yeah, but it's like kind of like you can. You're a semi-polyglot.
Yeah, I think.
Send it to you in Discord there, Rofish.
It's kind of like semi-magical ability, right? Like he can like.
Nope, it's racial.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got some magical nature to it, right?
Nope. They are a collector. Gray elves are a collector of knowledge.
And other shiny things.
And when you live as long as elves do, that could accumulate quite extensively.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out where it came from. Like, it's like there's a chance he knows the language, or is it just like he studied some.
Just like every other race, he has to roll. He has to. There is a chance that he can learn the language. It doesn't. I've had players automatically say they know every language off the book in the book because it says so in the Elf's Handbook that they can speak almost any language.
Okay.
But in my case, I'm using it in the fact that I don't need to specify my ancient language proficiency to a certain language. It's just.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
actually,
not saying my character can speak every language.
Yeah, it's like there's a chance you came across it in your studies.
Yeah, so I DM'd you in Discord, Rofish. What it says.
I've read it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my turn, and then probably message you a question about it. Do I see anything else interesting around the room?
Nope.
Can I tell why this pillar collapsed?
Because part of the roof from the top of it collapsed.
Ah, okay. So I'm gonna go back out here.
Okay.
Uh, hmm. You can move on while I figure out what.
I thought you said you had a question.
Yeah, I'm going to message you in Discord.
Okay. So we're at Nigel. We'll jump to Dargar.
Yeah, Nigel's not doing anything. He's just trying to like work out what the fuck Eric was.
Yeah, and I think in this case, Nigel should just go like with Eric. Like Eric acts, Nigel acts. Just for speed's sake, right? He is his squire. Yeah, that's okay.
But they don't use the same speed weapons, so no, not really, mate.
We're not fighting. We're doing this for, so everybody can do what they're doing and not so Mark can get organized, right?
Well, he's not doing anything anyway because he's an NPC.
Okay, then he's not people. I'm just kidding.
All right, so whose turn is it right now?
So it will be, since you're not in the turn order there, Dargar will.
Yeah, that's what I basically was saying. Like, Nigel goes with Eric because he's like, unless like.
Okay,
Eric,
man, we heard you the first time.
Don't get mad. It was just a suggestion.
No, Nigel's an individual character. He's not an NPC. If he wants that, if there wants to be a separate turn order for him, he can be there.
Sure.
So,
I think you may have cut out there, Mark.
yeah, so we're basically Nigel and Eric have their thing together. So
Do you want me to let you know what my action is?
yeah, and then you can go ahead and roll initiative, and we can put you on the turn order.
Okay. I'll just roll initiative here, just with any weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, 1. I've rolled 2 1s since I got here. It's like my lucky day. Except that won't be a good roll for a 2-hit if I need to do one of those.
I got a
Go
pretty.
ahead.
Hmm?
I didn't catch that either.
So let's go ahead with Dargar right now.
Okay. I'm going to ask the armor to see his finest chainmail that he has, and then examine it. See if I can find something better than the current chainmail that I'm wearing.
Okay.
I'm also going to keep my eye open for a battle axe, since I'm specialized in a battle axe. Whether or not he has one or not is fine.
He pulls out several suits of chain of various metals. Some are typical steel. Others you definitely can tell aren't steel.
Can I identify what metal they are? Or are they?
Judging by the one's bluish green patina, you could say that one's probably a copper alloy. Others look almost more silvery in color.
Okay. Can I make an armor roll on while I'm
Sure.
examining? Okay. 2. Wow, I'm just nailing these.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. One is definitely not steel or steel alloy. This is a whole different metal.
Interesting. I'll ask him what his price is.
Okay, 1 second.
By the way, are we spending party money here, or is this individual money?
Will need to be because I've got 12 gold pieces.
Yeah,
Uh,
I ain't got
uh,
no gold. No one's split up gold since I've been in this group.
Yeah, I've got 14 gold.
you got starting gold, but yeah, if it's a party thing, I think we should like talk it over.
So we don't divide the money
No.
that we get?
Nope. We use it. We pull it together so we can get the best. For example, Saniro does not need equipment, pretty much. But some of us might need something or other, and it's better to pull our money together than do it individually. Let's say we need to buy something that will benefit everyone, such as a, I don't know, ship or portable hull or some other, type item. Everybody, healing, a wand of healing, or you know.
No more than 3,500 gold Faris, and it's yours. And with that roll, he's lowballing the value of the armor.
Lowballing the value of the armor.
Yeah. Make an intelligence check for me.
Gonna have to ask him a little bit more about that. Okay. That is a fail on the intelligence check.
Okay. So you definitely know it's not steel.
I'll ask him why such a low price on this. It appears to be something special.
Ah. I learned from your people to craft, how do we say, dwarven steel. They call it adamanite or something along those lines.
I think I know what you're talking about. That's the fine metal. Well, if the party agrees, I would like to buy this armor. Could be cursed, but willing to take a chance here. It's almost 5,000 gold pieces. That's 4,500. How much do we have?
Shit ton. Ask him if he accepts gems.
All right. Well, if there's no objection from the party, I will pay us 4,500 and tell him thank you for the price. If I find anything in my travels that you might be interested in, I'll bring it back to you.
Okay, we'll add it to the Also negative.
sort of- Yeah, he sort of gives it to you with an insulted look on his face.
An
And
insult.
mumbles something about typical of all dwarves. Don't know the art of the deal.
Was he expecting me to pay more, pay its value?
No, the haggle.
How much was that?
4,500.
35.
Oh, 35. Yeah, I guess when you fail your intelligence check, haggling.
Well, no, the intelligence check was to actually identify if you had heard of anything like Dwarven Steel.
Okay. I think I
Isn't he a dwarf?
yeah, I probably would have known about it if I've got.
So the two didn't cut it quite enough. It was definitely not steel armor, but it definitely wasn't something else. It was
Well, I'll be trying on my new armor later tonight.
okay.
Uh,
It seems lighter than what you're wearing now.
Nice. For moving through the desert, that'll be perfect. And that pretty much ends my turn on. I'm pretty sure they won't have battle axes in a place like this, so.
Yeah, it's that weighs actually a quarter less than what chainmail is you're wearing. Okay, Ragmus.
All right, so you said about in this general area is where I saw those folks.
Yeah.
So about
Yep, right about there. Actually, you've seen them inside the building.
I'm assuming human.
You assumed correctly.
I mean, it was just a fair assumption. We seem to be the only ones that are non-human in the.
So this is basically a huge dome of whitewashed brick, about 80 feet in diameter, sitting at the far end of the compound. It's entered through an archway with heavy double doors at the building's west. No signpost or anything like that.
And since I see them inside, I assume the doors are.
Yes.
And it appears to be a bar of some.
Yep. And this room occupies one half of the dome, ends in a flat brick back wall. Set back against that wall is a large bar about 40 feet long. Two huge mirrors flank the door behind the bar, which apparently lead into back rooms. Over the door is a golden plaque. Various wicker tables and chairs are placed here and there about the room. And there's people about. I just think it's just place them in there.
Okay, so he'll slowly kind of make his way over to the closest individual that he would identify as possibly being able to assist. Kind of give a little nudge and hold open one of the pouches on his belt, exposing a ruby. Say, so who would I talk to about turning this into a person that I cannot acquire on my own?
He looks at you. Come back here tonight. We'll talk.
No. You misunderstand. I don't necessarily want to talk to you. I want to talk to someone who can turn this into a person who is unobtainable.
Trust me, that person will be here tonight.
And how will I know who this person is?
He'll be with me.
And how much is your service going to cost?
For that, nothing. Now, if you want somebody to have an unfortunate fatal accident, then we'd talk money.
No, we don't need accidents. I just need this turned into a body, a living body. And that'll be it for Ragman.
Okay? Casimir?
Can't top what Ragmus just did.
I mean, I'm just doing Ragmus. You guys know how he is. He's pretty fucking.
Yeah, I don't want to keep jumping you guys in the DM chat for these little side things. Oh, that's what that was designed for.
Well, don't worry about me, Mark. I'm not doing anything at this point. My little escapade with the tent is over, so I'm just observing from this point in. Same way, Nigel. So you can skip us for now. We are just observing.
Okay.
That makes life easier for you.
I'm using my detect magic to check the other wares I'm on the north end, and if there's nothing of interest, I will be going to the fortune teller.
Yeah, I'm just going to look around. I don't have anything specific to do right now. I'll keep thinking. Maybe just go to a different tent and look.
Yeah, so this area, this is the fortune teller tent where you're next to. This was the tapestries, fruit stall, little trinkets, small statuary, black.
I'll just go across the way and check out this other stuff,
Okay.
and that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I check all the stalls here and the huts since my detect magic is on and see what they're about.
Nothing magical. Same, nothing magical.
Okay, I go to the fortune tellers then.
Okay.
What her deal is.
Come, let's just see what your future holds. Zara will tell you.
What is this blasphemy? Nah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm doing nothing now.
And she gives off that very gypsy-esque vibe.
That's a slur.
Do you know the other term? Because there's the Romani and there's another. So
D&D fantasy. Gypsy-esque is gonna be fine.
Mm.
Oh yes, Marky boy, you know. Now I am
Nope,
interested. Now I
there
might
is
be
no-
doing something this
There
round.
is no PC in this game.
Wait now, let me roll initiative now. Hang on. No, I'm joking. I'm still doing nothing.
I'm just saying.
okay, so
That's the best way to describe it.
are any other items on her her crystal ball, the cards?
Nothing.
Well, I take a seat and say, let's see how good you are at telling fortunes. I shall tell you nothing about myself.
And for all sakes and purposes, I'm going to pull out a certain deck. Don't worry about it. The actual cards will have no bearing on the game whatsoever.
Who's holding the Infinity Stones? Like the two that we've got. Who's holding them?
Deaderum has one.
Got the other one.
She shuffles the cards,
I think
fans them out before you, and tells you to draw
Senra.
3
From the top.
from the top. Well, she fans them out before you, but from here, just shuffle. And when we do the draw, it'll show you a random.
Okay. I do so.
Okay. Play the first one.
What do you mean?
Just place the first one on the table.
Yeah, so I think I should hang on
Sort
to
of
one
like
of
that.
those Infinity Stones, being the part.
No.
You've only got 2 so far.
Yeah, so I want to hold on to one of them, if that's okay with everybody.
Who has the other one? I know
Yeah,
I
your
have
one.
one.
I want your one.
No.
Yes.
Mine is magical, and I identified it, and I will make use of it.
Mark, do you have to use draw or choose?
Choose or draw. Draw will put them in your hand. Choose will let you just choose 3 random cards and place them on the table. And you should only see the backs. That's 2. You need one more. Which was the first one you played? This one right here? Okay. Um, the shooting star reveals your past. Change. Something's changed about you from your past. That change leads to your present. The skull. That stalks you at every turn.
Excuse
You
me?
claim it, right? Whatever change in your past has led to death. Death is stalking you at every turn.
I am seeing a blue light in the room ahead.
Room ahead. Where do you mean? Where are you? Oh, there.
Thou cannot see me.
Nice. I like when we can't see you.
So it goes that death is stalking you at every turn.
Ah.
And then I see ruin. Be it yours, be it someone, or be it death's. But no good comes of this.
I shall whisper the distance to Dedoram. To Dedoram.
No good.
This is what I whisper.
No good.
The cards have spoken.
Let's see.
Yeah, but I didn't catch the last part you
No
cut off.
good will come of this.
Something from my past has changed that
No,
is leading to death.
something changed. Something from your past changed you. That change leads to death, and it's stalking you at every turn. She doesn't know that you're a death priest. And eventually in the future, that something will happen that will cause either ruin, either to you, be it literal ruin or destruction, or your destruction, or something in the future that either way, it's not going to be for the betterment of good.
So, yeah, okay. I pay her with my own money. I leave her. I don't know what Nick's sacred number is, but I leave 7 gold coins.
She takes them.
Thank you for your time.
Wait, does one more. And then with that, her voice changes, almost deeper, more melodious, more sultry.
Excuse me?
And there seems to be a presence about her now. Caution, my dear child. Though you serve me, other dark beings are seeking your destruction and those of your companions. I know that you freed the Kaja. That was not at your will. Many more shall die and come to my garden by your hand.
Tyros is like kneeling.
And with that, she sort of, just collapses.
I check to see if she's okay after I like
She's alive,
get out of.
but her pulse is very shallow.
Okay, I stay with her until she wakes up. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Did you whisper me something, Chair, or no?
I whispered it to the DMs that he could tell you what you sense, but I don't know.
Guys, I haven't sent him yet, though.
Oh. Should I wait for that, or should I start? I'm just gonna wait.
Sent it to you in Discord. Okay.
Why did I get whispered that? From Chair? I'm confused.
I don't know. But we're up to you.
I go over the blacksmith's place that everyone seems to have gone over. Dargar, do you mind helping me look at a few things? I'm not much of a...
I love looking
I
at
don't know much about this stuff.
I'll stand beside you and you just let me know what you're interested in and I'll make an armor or blacksmithing check on it.
I want some more daggers and like a thing to hold a bunch of daggers. What are they called?
Quiver of daggers?
What?
Bandolier.
Yeah,
Bandolier
that.
of daggers?
And he shows you various daggers of various types, from standard dual edge daggers to the curved daggers that are more common in this area.
Crits.
No, more of the Jambaya style.
Oh, I know that one.
Chris,
I
Chris
have
is
one of those in my room.
A Jambia.
Yeah. And pop an image of it in.
I love jambalaya. It's great. Is
I
it
can
funny
use
you
those
said
with
that?
my dagger proficiency.
They're considered daggers, yeah.
Okay. So Dargar, are any of these particularly good or bad or something?
Alright, let me just throw a rule in here.
There's the Jumbia. Out of the scabbard, of course.
Yeah, with the guy in the forefront's holding.
All of them.
Yeah, they're all holding, but the first one's got the more of a better view.
If you get that dagger, do you have to do the dance?
Only if you're in Saudi Arabia.
The dance of the 7 Bay Hills. So I succeeded on the blacksmithing rule and examining these daggers.
They're all fine quality.
Nothing stands out. Nothing looks bad.
No.
Does he sell a bandolier
Yes.
too, or
That's
so?
the word
How
I was looking
much?
for.
What?
That's the word I was looking for. Bandolier. A bandolier of daggers.
So
Yeah.
how much for a bandolier and say 5 daggers?
15 gold ferries for me.
Hmm. It seems 15 gold?
Yes.
Hmm. 7.
Ten.
Hmm.
No soup for you.
8?
Pains me to say this, but let's split. 9.
9? 9 sounds good.
Ah, no, there's a creature that knows the art of the deal. He just looks at the dwarf. Yeah, so you get a bandolier and 5 daggers for the 9 gold pieces.
Okay. That'll be my turn.
Dagger?
I'm just gonna offer my assistance to people. I might shop for some fruit, but I'm pretty much done. I've found what I was looking for. I'll let everybody else in the group know. Offer my armor and blacksmithing skills to anyone that needs them.
I sent you the information.
Ragmus, if you get a chance to use those armor or blacksmithing skills, I'd like to observe. Just because I'm
That's
sitting on an
Dargar.
empty.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Dargar.
Dargar. Sorry, yeah, it was Dargar. Sorry. I always confuse the two characters, not the people, but the characters. Right. So I want to observe him doing that. Just because I'm sitting on an empty non proficiency slot and I'm shopping around. So I want to watch if he gets a chance to do that. I want to see how.
And I just is tagging along. Up to Casimir and the location where he's at. Let's see what's up there.
Yeah, looking around for something interesting, and my thoughts are: I want to buy cool stuff. I also want to develop goodwill. I want them to think of me as a nice guy who might buy stuff.
A nice guy, man. I thought you were going to come up with some really, really fancy description of yourself, like benevolent philanthropist, and you just said nice guy, bro.
Yeah, I'm just going for nice. I don't want to be benevolent or a philanthropist because I don't know if I can spell them.
Okay, man.
Okay, so starting from the top and going around.
Ragmus steps out, looks around, catches Casimir, and goes over to him, gives him a little nudge, and says, "Hey, we got an appointment tonight with some folks who can acquire people. Maybe they can tell us where this girl's been taken to and by who."
This tent, although brightly lit, there's no open source of flame. It's got the smell of leather. It's got the smell of ink, and there's scrolls, books, and other types of things here.
Yeah, so Ragmus, I say that's very interesting. We should talk later, and we'll be sure to be at the appointment.
I kind of might have made a promise, but that was just to get us the meeting, and that doesn't mean we necessarily have to.
Over here is leather and linens for tents. This stall here is dried meats, basically jerkies of various sorts of animals. This stall smells like a butcher shop. Fresh meats. This has got grain. This is where that argument was between the merchant and one of the customers. And this is bolts of cloth.
I'm going to go to the jerky place and pick up some, I don't know, a variety of jerky. And but anyway, Ragmus. So yeah, okay, we have an appointment to meet some gentlemen, and then we'll figure out more about what's going on, right?
I don't know if we'll figure out more about what's going on, but we're gonna meet some folks that know how to acquire people, and that might give us a point in the right direction at least.
Sounds good to me. So go to the jerky stand, buy something spicy.
Okay. The purveyor, the merchant, offers you a silver platter, various pieces. Then he goes, from this is all curry. Got curry powder on them, of various spices and others. Tu try.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll try a little of this, a little of that, and then I'll buy some off of him. I also want to ask him um, if anything. How are things going? I want to just make small talk and then lead up to anything unusual happen around here lately.
Um, yeah, to mention that, he goes, other than the princess disappearing, no.
Yeah, I'm new here. I hadn't heard much about the princess disappearing. Can you tell me more?
It was the night of their celebratory feast, the first night, when Wood came to the camp of evil demon running rampage to the north. And the sheikh had sent most of the guards out to deal with them. During the commotion, apparently the princess, the betrothed of the sheikh's eldest son, was absconded.
Did anybody see what the captors looked like?
Unfortunately, no. They were all cowled. From what the rumors say, they were all cowled. Those that did see saw that they were only cowled shadows in.
I'll buy like a couple of gold worth of stuff here, and whatever price he asks, I'll just pay.
Okay, so he sets out a scale. Um, places your couple of coins on the scale, and measures out the various bits of jerky on the other side to give you a fair weight.
Okay.
And he places it in a wax coated paper bag.
Okay. I thank him very much. Super polite. Wish blessings on him, blessings of my faith and his faith and whatever. And then I'll walk away, and then I'm going to take a look at the bag.
Yeah, it's just a bag to prevent the grease, the residual grease of the jerky from seeping through.
Okay. That's it.
Isn't 2 electrum to gold?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember, but there is a converter under
Yeah, on the
current.
table. Yeah, there
Yes.
is a converter underneath the down by the bottom of the carriage.
And yes, it looks like 2 electrum is 1 gold.
Yeah, so it's 100 copper to a silver, or 10, 10, 10 silver to a 10 copper to a silver. Five silver to an electrum.
Personally, I say you can just drop Electrum from the game and lose nothing in terms of anything from the game, and it just makes life a bit easier because everything
Yeah,
else
but it
is
was
10.
added in for because it was an actual coin, metal used in coinage. It's now like golden. So
I know. Like, but don't you think it just like messes up with the whole 1 is 10, 1 is 10, 1 is 10? That's
yeah,
just so simple and works so nicely. Yeah.
Takes away from the flavor.
and except for the conversion of gold to platinum, where it's 1 for 5.
See, Dungeons and Dragons has like 1,550,000 rules for flavor. You can drop Electrum and it loses nothing.
Well, the funniest part is I don't think you'll even find anything in any of the books that has an Electrum piece price.
Exactly. Yeah. Have you ever seen it? Oh yeah,
No.
this is 7 Electrum.
No, but I did see it in hordes.
Yeah, like you get it in a hoard of treasure, but you never ever see it on a price tag. Like, oh yeah, this is 2 Electrum. No, it's 10 gold or whatever the fuck it is.
That's true because now in all the gazetteers of the Mystara setting, I don't think too many countries minted electrum coins. We're at Tenebris anyway.
Tenebris?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
I used the chance that the the hut is close to cast
Back.
shadow. Oh, the shadow scouts, and send them through to give them a command to stay within shadows and try to find the princess. I'll send them in different directions.
Might be hard to do since this is a compound with an open air into the desert.
Oh, it's an open compound.
Yeah, the compound
No.
proper itself is open, but several of the buildings do have roofs.
Okay, then I will. Uh, and I will join the rest and see what they've found out.
And by this time, the shadows are coming more so from the west side of I should say the shadows are longer on the west.
Yeah,
Then
essentially,
when
if I find a place where I can do it, where I can send the shadows and spy, like scout the area to the best of my abilities. So it's coming from the west, you say?
yeah, because the sun is past noon. So the shadows are going to start getting longer towards from the west than they are from the east. And that would be the darkest spot so far. There's still some light overhead, but because it is between the two buildings.
So what I will do is I will cast a spell, keep the shadows tell the shadows to stay within my shadow, and send one into the only guild members allowed, and the two others into the two rooms in the tavern thing.
Okay. And each one of these squares are 5 feet. So. Okay, so you did that. Eric's shadowing Dargar and company. What's JR doing?
Jer is observing the environs, looking for
Okay.
more blue lights and death and all that.
Back to that room.
What did you say was coming from the blue and red tent? Is in the blue and red tent again?
Books, book bindings, scrolls, that sort of.
Oh, you might want to check that out if you haven't been there yet.
Can I use my eye of true seeing to just look around the whole place?
Is it a gem of true seeing?
You've got an eye of true seeing?
That's what the
That's
second Infinity Stone is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is it a gem of true seeing?
Mark said it's a gem that works as an eye of
Yep.
true seeing.
this softball-sized star opal acts as a true gem of true.
Ooh, we could. Well, it'll see through illusions, but it won't see through. It's not like X-ray vision, right? It just pierces illusions.
It does more than that.
Will it see through the lady's clothes?
It sees through
Hey, that's a great
illusions.
idea.
It sees through illusions, and it sees to the true form of anything that's polymorphed. And it also shows, like, the aura of any creature, i.e., a visual representation of their alignment that's supposed to be interpreted by the player and described by the DM.
Yeah, that might be. Yeah, we gotta like
Do I have to like
try not to
hold
be
that
too
out?
obvious.
Can I touch it while it's in my backpack and do that, or do I have to like hold
Did you
it?
ever see the original Clash of the Titans?
With the
Uh,
coordination, I saw it.
Like
The Oracle's Eye.
a long time ago. No, tell me what I need to do with it.
You gotta hold it up in front of you.
Oh. Yeah, maybe that's not the best idea.
So any thieves that are around that spot it, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, we want to use it in private.
Yeah, something that's the size of a softball would be a pretty tempting target for her.
What's like... What are these doors that dead room is in front of?
The stench of manure comes emanating from underneath the door.
Dead room is no longer interested. What about these doors?
Give me a second here.
Yep. Jay, are you visible or no?
Nope.
I've been stealth the entire game, actually.
Okay.
I'm your guardian angel.
On the lookout.
Well, I was gonna try and contact you, but I don't have any way to...
You could start.
There seems to be a set of doors.
You could start talking
What?
and hope that I hear you.
What did you say, Mark?
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Smells like dried grass and grains.
Hmm.
Is that it?
Let me see something real fast. I'm gonna walk back to the center of the room and just say Jer a few times and then kind of stand there.
I respond, revealing myself.
Hmm?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, he already made it someone else's turn.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Oh,
Darcy is basically on his aid to people.
Yeah.
um,
Does
what
anyone need my help?
what was that message you whispered me earlier?
Well, you see that room yonder?
Yeah.
I saw within it a blue light, and from it emitted the personage, the persona of death, and uh, uh, Hades, or no, what was it? Someone followed closely behind him. I forgot who it was. Hell? Was it Hell? Mark?
Set?
Here's the ruin card from. But that was actually for Tenebris when he was with the fortune teller.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, okay, so like that didn't actually happen.
No.
um, Jer, uh, I can't hold this out in front of everyone, but you can do it while you're invisible. Uh, if you just, I'm gonna lean against the wall and put my backpack down, and you take the star opal out while you're invisible and take a look around with it.
Ah,
See if there's anything you can see.
how do I do that exactly?
You just look through it.
Oh, as though it were a lens. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's way too big for me to hold out in front of people that are already wary of me.
Cheerio, chip, chip. I've got it. Mum's the word. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Got it.
Now it's Darkguard's turn.
Yeah, I'm just offering my services to everyone. I don't really have anything to do at this point.
Okay.
Tenebris is like moving the shadows around on using the sunset to his advantage and moving
Well,
accordingly.
since the two buildings where you sent the shadows in initially are fully roofed, yeah, they're in. The one to the south is basically appears to be in a warehouse. And this is just like an inn, and not so much a tavern slash inn, but a place for someone to a hostel. So there are sleeping quarters and areas for sleeping. But other than that, as you shift focus from one to the others.
Is Dargar even there?
He's there. He's just helping, asking other people if they need help with things that he has skills in. Ragnas is on. Casimir.
I can help you pick out armor, or maybe a sweet blade. Of the finest quality.
I guess I want to get together with some party members and exchange ideas. So I'm going to go look for Deadaram. So, hello, Deadaram. Got any ideas for learning anything useful? Got any ideas for what we can do next?
Yeah. I know the cat went off to do some of his shadow stuff. But I think I'm gonna try my hand at some enchantment in the room that the ladies are in. And see if servant girls or whatever they are have any information or know anything.
You're going to enchant a room full of ladies and you're looking for information. That's very good of you, very noble.
Information is more important. And not that kind of enchantment. But maybe you could come in with me so that their
Maybe I should
attention
go
is
and
not
talk to
all
the
just
ladies,
on
mate,
me.
instead of you. But maybe I should go talk to the ladies. Sorry, I just heard somebody about going to talk to the ladies. It's probably me that does it.
You sure if they find you trustworthy?
Just because more charismatic, you know? More confident around
Actually,
women.
Actually,
yeah,
I doubt that.
that's a good point.
It's a very good point.
Have you seen Jer? As usual, I have no idea where he is.
I'm right here, and I point to
Chair's
myself.
visible. And me and Jer are working on something also.
I'll let Detheram talk to the ladies, but I'll supervise. Make sure he doesn't make an arse set, okay?
Might as well join us. Okay, so also very quietly to Detheram, I say Ragmus had this plan where he was trying to meet with some shady characters so that to get leads, and it looks he made it look like he was paying to have somebody kidnapped because that's exactly the kind of people we're looking for, and so we'll
Yeah.
just have to play it by ear and not have anyone kidnapped and just figure it out.
Where were they?
Ragmus found him wherever we're going to meet. We'll have to check in with him to get there.
Okay. There's always a chance I can get the information now, but
Well, yeah, if you can, then we can blow
but
off
I
that
don't know
later
who he
meeting.
was talking to, and I don't have the skills he does. So it would just be guessing. So I'm gonna stick with a room full of maids that may have heard something or seen something that they, you know their place in the society and wouldn't say anything normally. You understand?
Yeah, you're gonna right. Servants see stuff, but they keep their mouth shut around their bosses.
Yeah. So you'll follow me in there when it's my turn?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
So, what did the shadows tell me?
Out of particular. Let's see. Like I said, area to the north, it seems to be like a bunkhouse / hostel. And the ones down here is still exploring.
Are the 2 rooms here empty?
There's actually 4 rooms.
4 rooms empty.
No, one of them's got belongings in it.
One's got
One's got a person in it.
female or male?
Male.
Okay, no.
Tuning a lute, humming to himself.
Excuse me?
Tuning a lute and humming to himself.
Okay. I summon those 2 back. To my own shadow. And send one down the corridor and one into the ruins. Wait, as I approach the hours, waiting for the response of the shadows, keeping to myself in the shadows.
Yep, and like I said, you're getting a jumble of stuff through. Hang on 1 second here. Okay. Yeah, your vision just snaps to the one here. Tenebris says the other one seems to have poofed out of existence.
Oh, really? Did the spell duration end?
No,
Which one? The hallway one?
no, you got one here. And
Okay.
you said the other one where?
One down in the hallway, and the other one is still in the warehouse.
Okay, never mind that. Okay. So what are you guys doing? Gathering Black, trying to follow through with a plan.
Still just observing at this point, mate.
I'm essentially looking for every nook and cranny. If the prince was right, she should be here. There is the eastern area.
And someone's about to have to go because
What?
I thought someone had to go because they had to get their girlfriends their medication.
Well, Ragmus was leaving, if that's what you're talking about.
Well, he left
Yes.
because the medications were kicking in, but someone had mentioned earlier that they were only being able to play till 11. But that's too far up in the chat log to see it.
That was before I got here.
11:40, said Mark. He's got another 40 minutes. Hey, Mark, for a change, I'm alright. Like, I'll keep going till then, no bother.
Yes, and basically everyone's observing now, and basically other people are doing what they're doing. Yeah, you don't really find much, don't hear much out of the way.
Okay then. If I can keep using my shadows, I will summon them to me. I'll move into the eastern area and send them under the doors and check there.
Shadow searching.
Yep.
Yeah, and they get inside and they disappear. Because it's well lit.
Which one disappears?
The one
This
you
one?
sent, the one you sent to the eastern area.
Oh, okay. I send them to the eastern areas, I said.
Yeah,
The one that enters here disappears? As in... But the other two are still shadowing about.
the one you sent there disappears because the interior is well lit.
Ah,
Do they vanish once they go into like a bright light?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
okay. The other...
Maybe we should. When are we meeting the contacts that Ragmus made? Tonight?
Yeah, tonight sometime.
Extraplanar creature vulnerable to light exposed to sunlight and loses 1 HP per hour if target of light strength saving throw to not dissolve.
And I've been staying on the shadows.
So if they were targets of a light spell or a continual light spell, if they fail their saving throw, they dissolve. Continual light is the brightness of bright sun.
Yes, if cast by a cleric, correct. But I will know if they went inside, then I would know there's continual lights there.
Now, the details of the meeting that we have with these people, I guess Ragmus knows. Are we meeting them here in this bazaar?
Yeah, but that we'll probably deal with that next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting a request here. They want someone from the stream, watching the stream, on Ryan's channel wants us to roleplay the conversation between Deadroom and the maiden. Somebody does that.
Pretty girl. You're such a pretty girl. I see you listening to me. Those big ol' ears.
The maidens.
Sorry, I never had push to talk down there. There you go, Deaderum. It's your time in the spotlight, mate. Someone in Twitch has asked to hear that conversation role played, so Mark's gonna do that with you. You're gonna chat them up, bro. I'm watching, member. I'm looking on you, like seeing how good a job you're doing.
It's Chair's turn though, right? Or what?
I've been whispering to Jared what he's going through with the gemstone and.
Oh, okay. So should I go? Or should I wait for you to be done with Chair?
I think I'm after Eric, and it's Casimir's turn right now, according to the turn order.
Yeah, but Tenebris has been going, and it still says it's Casimir's turn.
Yeah, and he came to you, discuss what was going on for later tonight in the game session. In the game, Casimir did. Tenebris has gone around. Eric's just watching and observing.
Okay.
Jared's getting. We've been whispering back and forth about what's going on with Jared. So
I was
what's going on with the.
I was going to
Yeah.
try to stealthily swipe the Gem of True Seeing from Deaderum's backpack that he placed
Well, he gave it
at
to
my
you.
feet. He placed his backpack at my feet.
No, he gave you the gem.
Then everyone would see it.
No, I said I'm gonna put my backpack on the ground, and while you're invisible,
Yeah.
just take it and look around.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to try to like take
Pickpockets.
the stone out. Yeah, out of the backpack.
Hey, pretty girl. Yeah, those teeth don't look comfy.
Nope, can't do it.
You can't.
Sorry, Deadroom, but my finger fucking skills are really bad.
Casimir sees Jared's hand reaching for the backpack.
Well, doesn't Jared want to turn visible? Again?
Well, Jared, how would you run in the shadows? Did you use the cloak of Valentine? Did you just use your natural thief ability?
I was using my natural thief ability.
Yeah, and if we were using the ability, then yeah, you would just come. Then Casimir would see you flow right. But if we're using the cloak, then all Casimir would see was your hands fiddling around with Deadrum's backpack.
Yeah. Sorry, Deadroom.
Okay, so tell Deaderum. Sorry.
I saw
I
it.
tell Dead now
Elven
now I
kind of
see what you're
moving it
talking
doesn't
about.
work, right? Or is it if you're moving that part of your body that becomes visible?
Yeah, it becomes visible. Just that body sort of.
Oh, okay. So if you're wiggling your toe, there would just be a toe wiggling.
Well, well, the cloak covers him basically head to foot. But he's also wearing the elven boots. But he's fiddling around trying to stealthily take the gem thing with permission from Deterum, but he wants to do it in such a way where it's not being seen.
Gotcha.
So yeah, since he's squatted down in front of the backpack, he's fiddling around with it. But apparently his hands became visible, so Casimir.
So did he get it, but Casimir saw?
He filled her up.
How do you fail to take something from a backpack that's just sitting there?
He has it, but Casimir sees he took it and he now
Right.
knows where Jared's at.
I
Okay.
know not to say anything.
So
Assuming, well, he would
Was-
know there, I imagine.
was Eric or Nigel gonna come in to the room with us?
Eric said he was gonna go in their room with you to observe
just
how you do this.
Yeah, just standing over your shoulder watching.
How many spells can I cast in a turn right now?
One turn per action, one action per round. There's a total of 10 people in the room. No, 8 people in the room. Sorry. Might be able to get 3 spells off, depending on how many you plan to charm.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of go into this hallway and I'm gonna cast Friends on myself.
Okay.
Well, it can only be cast on myself. And I have 18 charisma now.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna walk towards the Casimir. You gonna come with Eric? So
I
that I'm
certainly
not
will.
walking
Don't worry
in
about
this room
Eric.
alone.
Eric's doing. Eric's watching you. You don't worry about Eric. Eric's watching you.
How's Eric gonna walk me? He can't see me. It once I enter the room.
Eric's following you into the room. Eric's going to observe.
Then move Eric over here. Okay. So just like enter with me. And I know they're all gonna stop talking.
Yep.
But spread
Strange
out
males.
so they're kind of looking. So they're not just all looking at one person. They're probably still looking at me though because they don't like mages, right?
Well, in this situation, we've got 3 strange males entering a room that's got 6 women in a Middle Eastern style setting.
There's no eunuch guarding them.
Nope.
So I need an indication of where these women are physically for my spells.
Man, don't be whispering it to the DM. We want our roleplay.
I'm not a
No,
waiting.
I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up.
Nice.
I need to know where all 6 women are to be able to use my spells.
Just use your charisma, bro. Don't use your spells. Use your charisma and your.
I'm a grey elf.
There's the 6 ones that have got tits, by the way. That's the ones that are women. The ones that have got pointy things on their chest. Those are the.
You may not like them, but they sure. They may not like you, but they sure like. You may not like them, but they sure like you. Tall,
I
dark,
don't like
tall,
them, and they don't
tall,
like me.
Tall, pale, and exotic in this place.
Casimir, that's a very bad spot.
Oops, wrong person.
One, two, three, four, five. Moving them around again now. What?
Not gonna make it easy for you.
Hey. Oh. Tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
Well, I'm gonna go over to this one and say which ones are the wealthy ones and which ones are the servant poorer ones.
The ones that are looking at you, those are the poor ones.
The ones
The ones
glancing
that,
at you.
yeah, the ones at the pool are the slave girl.
The
Okay,
ones looking
no.
at me, those are the rich ones.
Yeah, the others are on the perimeter of the.
Mark, should I have a map or not? I shouldn't have one, right?
Let me see what you're at here. Give me a second
I'm
here.
just looking at grey, buddy.
You might need to refresh.
Sorry, Mark. My bad.
So I go up to this one and say, "Excuse me, could you help me for a second?"
She looks to one of the other ladies and backs away.
Would
Not saying a word.
any of you mind helping me for a second?
You needing help already, mate? You've not even started speaking.
You're not supposed to be here. Get away. Don't you have any sense to know that when women are congregating, no men are supposed to be there?
I'm not from your culture. I'm sorry.
Right, okay, at this point,
No,
Eric will
that
step
is
in
no
front of him.
excuse. Go.
I-
Shoot.
I'm-
Off with you.
I'll step in front of him and say, I'm very sorry for him, ladies. He doesn't understand the ways of the fairer gender. I'm really, really, really sorry, ladies. I can only apologise for he does not have the grace and the quality and the charisma that a man like a better man does. I'm going to leave you, ladies. Have a wonderful day. Again, I'm so sorry, and I'll bow, and I'll give them a little, like bow to the ladies, and I'll, give them a little nod on the way out.
There you go. There's your map.
Okay. Well, since none of them will look at me anyway.
I feel like as I address them, do you think maybe they might speak to me?
And the same one that scolded him scolded you.
Okay, I'm very sorry, ma'am. I'm very sorry, ma'am. We're leaving now. We're very sorry for this clown to have disturbed your peace.
I'll back up toward the door and say, "Hey, looks like we should be." Say to Detheram.
Any four of the women roll their checks.
You get a chance to charm someone.
What?
Said you're finally getting a chance to try to charm.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna leave him to try again.
Yeah, I don't think I'm helping by staying here, so I'm just going to step outside the doorway.
You're out of range of the spell.
Yeah, that's not the point. With these ladies, a crowd of men in here is upsetting them. So if I just back up where I can see you, I can support you if you need, but I won't be an irritant to the ladies.
Okay, you can back up then.
That's a good idea. They've had enough fucking irritants already. Like,
All but this lady was in range, so you can pick 4 of the 5 to roll. Also, they get a -1 because I'm an enchanter.
Okay.
Have any of you heard it? Do you have any information about the missing princess?
The one lady that scolds you tells you no, be gone.
And the others?
They say nothing.
Why do they say nothing?
Because that's not how hypnotism works.
What do you mean?
The gesture of a wizard, along with the droning incantation, causes 4 creatures within the area to become susceptible to a suggestion, a brief and reasonable sounding request. The request must be given.
Will you let me rephrase it then?
Okay.
Can any of you tell me anything you know about the missing princess? Or princess to be?
You get 3 choruses of. You get a chorus of no's, and of course the lady who's scolding you
Yeah, I know, she passed.
reaches behind her and pulls out a jeweled jambaya. Be gone, or you'll be doing the Sheik's helm as a castrated mule. You effeminate.
Don't be so offended by an elf.
Well, I guess the important thing is the other ladies didn't said they didn't know anything.
Yeah. Why are you so angry about me being here?
You are male, we are women. Do you see a guardian amongst us?
No.
It is indecent for you to be here then. Be gone.
In my culture, men and women are the same.
Well, are you still here, man? They told you to leave. You need to fucking leave, bro.
Pretty much, yeah. This looks like a dead end.
Don't be arguing with them when they've told them you're a man and you're not allowed in here. Just like don't give them in my culture. You're not in your culture. You're in their culture, man. Fucking leave, dude. I thought you'd left already.
Hmm. Okay, I leave. Hmm.
So who else might you? Oh, you still have some duration left on that spell. Is there any other person you'd like to use it on?
Well, I'd go into the tavern next, but do we want to do other people's turns, or are we just doing this and then?
Basically that spell's an AR, has an area effect of a 30-foot cube. That's whoever's in the area when that spell's cast.
Yeah, but I have
So if you
other
move to a different location, then yeah, that spell would not.
friends is still in effect, and I have plenty of other ways at my disposal.
Yeah, when it's your turn again, let's go to tavern.
Can I ask Jer if he's not here? So, but could you whisper me if he saw anyone that particularly was like glowing evil or something?
Well, I'm heading out. It's getting late.
Yeah, I've got to pack it in here too.
Okay.
Yeah, we can pick this up next week. So yeah, basically he was using this. He was getting a kaleidoscope effect by all the people that were here with us, but with the alignment feature of that gem.
Mm.
Before we like call it a night there, can we like say that we've left this room with the women where they really don't want us to be in? Can we like get the fuck out of there?
You should leave.
Trouble,
Eric's the only one still in that room.
All right, okay, he's gone.
Yeah, it's best we don't make camp in this room tonight.
But that's where the women are. Hey.
I'm just gonna lie down right here between you ladies. I hope you don't mind.
I mean, you might not wake up. That's the thing.
Yeah, you end up with twin smiles.
No,
You never get to speak to women again.
Like,
So yeah, it's getting
me?
close to dusk. And normally we go to midnight my time, but we'll call it here. and pick up next.
Sounds cool. See you next week, Call.
Sounds
Yep.
good. All thanks, Mark.
Not a
Alright,
problem.
thanks.
I'll
You
get
know-
more
Very hard
spells
working.
in next time.
See
Well,
y'all.
someone did find a clue. He didn't decide to share it.
Hmm.
We need Ragmus to discuss his
Was that me?
Yeah.
stuff with us.
I know.
Plus, you guys missed the opportunities of picking up more clues, but decided to leave the bard alone.
I never saw a bard. I was already wandered away.
There's a guy here in the up here in this next door to the pool.
Oh, I never went over there, so I didn't see him.
And the only person who actually went to the bar was Ragnus, so
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I got more spells, okay? I got lots of spells. I'm a specialist.
yeah, I know.
Okay, night all.
Night.
Night.
Mark, thanks very much for the game, mate. I really appreciate it as always,
Not
man.
a problem. Not a problem. And those that were watching over on Ryan's stream, thank you. Those that were watching on Gargamon's stream, thank you. Appreciate it. We're gonna be doing this again next week, 7 p.m. We start to gather around 7 p.m. Eastern time, -4 GMT. Gameplay actually starts around 8 o'clock Eastern time, -4 GMT. Just to get things going again, and we'll pick this up here. We are playing Desert of Desolation. We're about a third of the way through, working on the second third of it right now.
Thanks again, Mark. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's Dusty and guys saying thank you in the Twitch as well, Mark. So it's went down well on Twitch. MVP,
That's
bro.
what I'm doing right. That's what I'm doing right now.
Nice, Mark. We'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow, bro. No doubt, eh? Hey, you're sounding really good now, eh?
Yeah, tweak some things.
You must feel like a new man with a new computer and the new headset.
I just gotta learn how to control my voice because with that, I'm trying to talk so I can hear myself.
Yeah. Do you know what it is, man? You have to get used to just not hearing yourself. You see me having problems with it when I've got music on, trying to do the music thing and the music's loud. I have to shout at the mic, or sometimes I'm shouting too much at the mic. And you're all right with the headset because it's a certain distance for your mouth all the time. But see, when I've got a mic sitting there, I have to remember to be close.
Yeah, like I said, for the next couple of sessions, just be mostly RP until you guys put the clues together, and then we get into the act.
Yeah, that's it, mate. It has to be done, eh? I'm happy to take a mostly backseat just now while we're doing RP heavy sessions because I did miss quite a few weeks in a row. So I'm just sitting back watching. I'm talking to people on Twitch while we're playing and stuff. Hey, it's been good actually tonight. People watching. Hopefully because we're doing it after the Wolf Among Us, we'll get some interest in this, mate. Eh? Bring some people into watching it. We're doing well with everything else. Eh? There's no reason why we won't do well with the Dungeons and Dragons. Polt's been sitting watching the whole time. Grumpy's sat and watched the whole time and they've enjoyed it. Eh?
You know, Polt's in the States. He's like on the Pacific Coast, so he's 3 hours ahead behind me. So
I don't know what I'm going to do next.
those that are on the other side of the world, anything past +2 GMT is a stretch for people.
Yeah. Yeah, we still need to talk with Alex about getting a better suited time for me, you, and him to play. Like, because this is even later for him this time, and he's been working 40
Yep.
hours a week by this time on Friday.
Yep,
He's
I
still
know.
working full time, yeah.
Yeah, he's 7 hours ahead of me, so you're only 4 hours of the time switching in Britain.
I got my fucking first furlough wage this week. You know, you get less wage of fucking like 100 quid a week down or something, man. Fucking felt it this week, like.
Yeah, I understand. All I
Well,
got was obviously 1,200, so that's
you
all
got
I'm getting.
1,200 each, yeah. It doesn't matter how long it lasts. You've got 1,200 quid, so it's a gamble, eh?
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm
If it
getting.
goes away
That-
tomorrow,
that
you're
was-
a winner. If ever the last 6 months, you're fucked.
and it's basically gone. So
Yeah. So we're told we're getting 80% of our wages.
yeah, and that's
on
on a weekly.
duration.
That's a weekly go. So
Yeah. Fucking still losing 100 quid a week, though.
I mean, there's like over 3 million people here in the United States out of work, and they're all trying to get into their unemployment offices and trying to get some type of insurance on that.
Well, do you know what's funny?
And
There's no one to pick the fruit in Britain because all the immigrants are away because of Brexit, and there's no food for any cunt, and they can't get all the fruit picked in the fields and all the potatoes and everything, and nothing's getting fucking done because Brexit fucked it all up. It's an absolute shit show over here, mate.
well, yeah, I mean, come on, they were the EU. The pound was devalued.
Alex says the rands went the fuck down. Like, this is the money's fucked over there, eh?
And he's saying like the Jamaican dollar.
Hey, I've seen a meme and it was the black guy and he's like that rubbing his hands. You know that meme guy, the guy that's like, it was that guy, and it's like millennials waiting for the housing market to crash so they can buy the first house. Because that's going to happen, surely. Yeah? There's going to be a massive economic crash.
Nah. Over here that I've been put all, can't speak. There's been a hold put on mortgage payments, on foreclosures, at least until next month.
Mortgage payments, that's all right for your landlord. Do you know what I mean? It's all right for my landlord. It's no good for me. I've still paid my rent to him. Still giving him money, and he's getting...
Yeah, and they're planning some rent freezes too. So
that's all right then. Do you know what I mean? Because like mortgages is no good because that's just the landlords. The people like me are still paying.
as a matter of fact, I think Trump said that landlords cannot proceed with evictions on people that miss their rent during this time.
They're also saying it's like in Britain. One of the things they have done, they've done a few things, and they're saying that if you, even like right at the start when they start kicking off, if you phoned your worker and says, "Nah, I'm not coming in. I'm going to self-isolate," they can't sack you. Doesn't matter if they think you're at it or whatever. They're not going to get. Yeah, they could sack you and you don't go to work the next day or whatever, but you're going to win in the tribunal. They're not going to get away with it. So it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like if it's the coronavirus and you say, "Nah, fuck it, I'm not coming to work no more," you're going to get away with it. It doesn't matter. So they said that it doesn't matter. Like if there was nothing wrong with you and you were just paranoid and wanted to self-isolate, they're saying, yeah, it's all right to have done that. I've been pretty good, man. Like even when I went out to get the very essential things, I have distanced myself completely, like from people. I've not seen anybody.
I'm back.
Hello.
And we're calling it a night.
Yay!
Yeah, everyone's away, dude.
I'm here.
Hey, yo, you're still here, man. That was funny. You were useless without women, bro.
Well, they didn't know anything, it turns out. They would have said if they did.
Thanks for DMing, Mark.
Yep, not a problem.
Have a good night, guys.
Night.
Good night.
We'll see you next.
And for our viewers, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, see you tomorrow.